Booyah! Shit!
You already know what it is. We're at the PM Vibe listening session. My nigga Geaux Lucky here. You know, Louisiana stand up. You already know what it is. Gang, 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 gang.
Jay Prince Jr. checking in. Read the mob in the motherfucking building. We out here at nighttime. But you always gotta fuck with daytime podcast. You feel what I'm saying? Go look at what it do. Huh?
What up, man? It's your homie Romeo, aka 16, man. We out here in Dallas, Texas, you feel me? Coming with the Texas 40 and the jump back, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Geaux Lucky, man. Y'all know how we do it.
Man, we get that money out here, bankroll for a nigga. Shout out to Geaux Lucky, man. That's what I'm talking about. Easy. The podcast, my nigga Trap Boy Freddy.
Hey, Nick, come get them gems at Gem City, nigga.
What's up, it's Angela Yee, and shout out to Geaux Lucky.
Yeah, you already know what the fuck going on. J Stone, all money in, no money out. Shout out to my nigga Geaux Lucky. You already know, 100.
Booyah! Shit!
Yo, what's up, man? Day for the podcast. This is your host, Geaux Lucky, man. And listen here. Y'all know I be out and about, man. I do my thing, man. I'm always running into very, very talented people. First of all, shout out to Chastity Simone, man. If y'all don't know who she is, go on my page right now, look her up. She is phenomenal. Phenomenal young lady. She's empowering young black women to be in modeling. She's just recently done a Playboy issue. But that's, I'm bringing up Chastity to bring up this young lady right here as a great segue for this young lady right here. So I'm talking to Chastity last night. We was in the spot called What, Heroes last night? Yeah. And Chastity was like, yo, forget me right now. You need to meet her right here. You need to get her on your platform. She's dope. Introducing the lady, the lovely Mrs. Divine, y'all. So what's up, baby?
Thank you. What's up? Oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful interview.
Hey,
I mean,
introduction. You damn right. Look at man. We gonna do it right over here.
But thank you.
First of all, I'm glad to have you here. You just drove like almost 2 hours to get here. Same like it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you can make it.
Yeah, me too.
How do you feel right now?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Ooh, the nerves is a little bad. But I feel good overall. But as you can see, how I'm sitting right now,
right.
I'm a little anxious. But that's just normal.
Right.
You know, it's something I'm overcoming.
See that little black cup right there?
But I'm sick.
There you go.
Like
We're sticking a little wine over here.
So I can feel fine and have a good time.
Right. You know what I'm saying? First of all, man, shout out to you pulled up, and like I said, I respect that to the fullest. First thing I want to talk about is tell them, just give us a little short history about where you're from, and just real brief what you do.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what brief means. No, seriously, that's something I struggle with. But let me make this short. Okay, I'm from Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. I actually moved to Dallas by way of Virginia because I was in the military for 5 years. So,
what branch?
Navy.
Navy?
I was in the Navy for 5 years, and after I got out of the Navy, about 10 months later, the universe told me to move to Dallas. So I did that. So I moved. And I came here in 2018, left in 2019. Okay. Came back because I knew originally I was supposed to be here. And now I'm back here in Dallas. I don't like to put myself in a box. So when it comes to like what I do and who I am, I'm so many different things. I literally just tell people, look, I do some of everything. Right. So I don't like to identify as just one thing because I don't want people to make those expectations for who I'm supposed to be. I'm all that and everything.
And you know what? And I can identify with that as well.
Yeah.
I noticed you said universe. So you tapped in with universe?
Definitely spiritual. Okay. Definitely tapped in. Right. As you can see, I mean, my name Divine for a reason. So I'm definitely tapped in.
So I am intertwined with the universe as well. You know what I'm saying? I put a post on Facebook and Instagram a little while ago. I said I can't wait for the world to meet me because me and the universe is like this already. You know what I mean? I feel like that was some deep shit.
That is deep.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like I say, much respect. And when you gave me your profile, I went down somewhere and I talked to you about this off camera. That I like what you was talking about support. Give me your Tell me your side. What made you do that video?
So honestly, I did that video is because I have a lot of like entrepreneurial friends, whether they have been in their journey for years or pretty new in the entrepreneurial journey,
Right.
and they always come to me about support and lack thereof support. And so I realized that like I had to overcome that myself. So I realized like I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? I personally got to a point where I'm like, fuck your support. I don't need it.
Right.
But I know everybody else can't move like that.
Right.
So I really was like, you know what? Let me get to the bottom of this, because what I realized was that everybody was saying the same thing. I see people that so-called claim to be my friend, my family, supporting these people, but they're not supporting me.
Wow.
So I'm like, no, let's legit just get to the bottom of it. People in the comments want to say you shouldn't focus on that. No, let's focus on it, because we need to get to the bottom of it, because it's not a me and you problem, it's a cultural problem.
Right. And you know what? And when I have this conversation with people all the time, for some reason it's set up to the point of when people will support other people, but they don't, like you just said, that was totally true. The average person will support someone they don't even know versus the person that they see every day. They know your drive.
Yeah.
They know your hunger, but they won't show you no support until they see somebody else supporting you. Then guess what they gonna say? Yo, that's my dog. I've been rocking with her. I was there the whole time.
Yes.
I don't need that.
They need that snap. It's crazy because literally the first 20 seconds of my EP is a skit of me saying like, oh, you want to be a rapper? Like you want to do this? And then at the end of the skit, I say, well, girl, if you make it, don't forget about me, sis. And that's like real shit. Nobody want to fuck with your dreams until they become your reality.
Right. And what's the name of that song?
This is personal.
This is personal.
Which is the name of the EP.
Name of the EP. Let's get into the album. First of all, how did you get into music? Let's start there.
So a lot of people don't know.
Oh, you were waiting to say that story.
No, it's just funny because people. So I just came out of nowhere last year and posted a freestyle video. Right, and people was like,
"What?
Where did that come from?" And I legit had people like, "You rap," but it wasn't like in a good way. It was like, "Damn, you spit them bars. Damn, you rap." It was like, you rap too, cause like I said, I do everything. I was a personal trainer. I got a brand, her image. I do photography, all this different stuff. So people like, damn, like you want to rap now too, like
yeah, I do.
So, but little do people know that I was in a rap group when I was like 15, 16.
Okay.
And I used to rap in high school with like a group, Frendo. Shout out to them.
Okay.
But so during that time, I like stopped doing it once I got out of high school because I took it as a joke, honestly.
Okay.
I didn't feel like I could actually make it as a rapper.
Gotcha.
So even though I felt like I had something, I didn't think that it was something that was gonna take me somewhere.
Right.
So I stopped doing it. And then I joined the military, and I had to get the fuck away from there. And then I started going through life, and it's so crazy because. Quick story, when I was a kid, my dad actually, like, I'm a writer. I have a book out, I do poetry, I just love to write. But I feel like I lost my voice at one point in my life because my dad actually, I had a diary, and this nigga had the fucking nerve to break into my fucking diary, like break the law, because he put me on punishment, and he know I write. So he broke into my diary, ripped out the pages where I was talking shit about him, and confronted me about that shit.
That's some deep shit.
That's some deep shit. And so since that day, not since that day, but for the longest time after that happened, I did not write nothing. I couldn't, like I lost my voice.
I feel bad for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's cold because I know women like you guys' diary, it's like, that would be like top shelf, top secret stuff.
It is. Especially since I was like talking shit about him.
Right.
You know, I'm like, damn, busted. But after that, I stopped writing. So for the longest time, and then what I realized is that stuff would come to me sporadically. Like I would literally wake up in the middle of the night to write a poem in my phone, pull my phone out in a notepad, and do a whole poem that just came to my head and go back to sleep. Right. But I couldn't just do it consistently because I didn't really have a voice. You know, it was random. And then as I started going through shit, I realized that the only thing I could do during that time was write. So then I said, you know what? During that time, I was saying 11-11. And I'm like, damn, this is what I was supposed to be doing. Because why is 5, 6, 7 years later, this is just coming out, pouring out of me.
Right.
It's not sporadic no more. It's literally pouring out of me. Like, I need to stop what I'm doing in traffic, pull over to the side of the road because I'm texting and driving, trying to put it in my notepad.
You know what? You made me think about Michael Jackson. I read a story on Michael Jackson, and he said, I got all this music in me, I gotta get it out. I got all these songs and I have to get it out. It's in me. And I can identify that with that too, because I have, I'm thinking here, upstairs, I have notebooks just full of words and writing poems and same way. That's why I say I can identify with that, and that's why I say I know. Like when I met you last night, that's why when I put on the thing, I said, ain't no sense in me putting no caption here because I know what this is for.
Yeah.
I don't believe in nothing fluke. I believe things happen the way they're supposed to happen in real time. You know what I mean? I believe that. You know what I mean?
Me too.
So this is nothing new. This is nothing new. And I tell people all the time, you're gonna meet the people who you need to be. And at the end of the day, I don't need to be. I tell people all the time, I don't have to be, because people be seeing me doing everything. They be like, man, you be able. I say, no, I'm just at where I'm supposed to be.
We're not supposed to be.
You know what I mean? So, and that's just like last night, everything lined up the way it's supposed to. You know what I mean? So while you writing up, but what made you take that and put it into song format?
Cause so people tell me this all the time, like, yo, you know when you talk, you like, I feel like you're just like a natural like poet because you like talk in rhyme. Right. Like I literally do that sometimes, not even like trying. Like I just did this now, I was not trying to do that. Right. But it just happens. Mm-hmm. So for the longest, I just stuck to doing poetry because I felt like it's more susceptible in our culture for a person like a woman to be a poet. I feel like people are more, you know, to poets, women as poets, than they are women as rappers. So I subjected myself to that lifestyle and I just said, you know what, I'm a poet. And even now I find myself saying I'm a poet first, but sometimes I like to rap and shit. Mm-hmm. But no, I'm identifying with the fact that I'm a poet, but I'm a rapper too. Mm-hmm. And so, can I be honest?
I want you to be super honest.
Remember I told you I just be talking sometimes and I don't know how to be good? Mm-hmm. I done forgot what the fuck you asked me. Cause I started talking about I'm a poet and I started feeling that shit. And I'm like, damn, I'm a poet, but no, I'm a rapper too. Right. So what you asked me?
I asked you, how did you get into music?
Oh, that's what you asked me?
Right.
Oh, how did I put in song format? Yeah, yes, see, we both lost. It's the wine, y'all. Right. Don't judge us. Right. But, like I said, it just started coming out of me. And so, what I realized is literally, every time I went through some shit, a song just came out of me. Like, I just started writing about it. Like, in my diary. I'm, like, writing my diary. And it just came out in song format. So that's why like most of the songs, well not most, but literally the project itself is personal because it's like Dee's diary. It's like my diary, you know?
Let me ask you this. What was the first song you did?
The first thing I did was called Better Off.
Better Off! And what was the inspiration behind it?
My ex.
Here we go, what's his name?
Oh, that's my love though.
What's his name?
His name, shit, we being real, his name Nas.
Got you blessing. Shout out, Nas.
Shout out to Nas, that's my love.
Shout out to Nas, what's up, Nas? You got a blessing like that?
No, it's just funny. It's funny as hell because I'm like, oh shit, nah, fuck it, we gonna keep it real. So, we actually had broke up. Okay. And so I realized like, after we broke up, and I realized like, damn, we broken up.
For real?
Like for real, we done broke up a couple times, but this time it's like, we done for real. Right. And then I went through, you know, what we normally go through. And then I sat back and I really thought about that shit. I'm like, damn, you know what? If this nigga don't want to be in my life, then I'm better off without him.
Gotcha.
And that was the whole concept of it. Was me reflecting on our relationship and then realize like, yo, you better off.
That's dope. I like that. I like that. Now, this EP you got, how many songs you got on it?
7.
7? How can, first of all, before we get into that, how can they find you?
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. All streaming platforms.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music.
Gotcha. So all you have to do is type in "I am Divine."
No, Divine.
Divine.
Divine. Yeah.
Okay. So when you're watching this right now, I want you guys to go and look up her album right now as you're looking at this right now. So
right now.
So while you're on your YouTube or your whatever you're looking at, go on your phone and put up the record right now. So we need to support that. We just have to support. We got to make sure we support that. All right.
That's
so, 7 Song. Any producers?
You know what? So it's literally one producer, but it's a guy. I found him on YouTube.
Really?
Daniel Vega is his name, and I found him on YouTube, and I realized I feel like every time I heard a beat, I'm like, damn, this shit, like, I hear soul and I hear pain, and so I'm like, this is perfect. This is what I need. So I just use all his beat. I hit him up and I'm like, yo, I'm doing an EP, you know, like, I'm gonna use your beats and just let you know. And he was like, yeah, whatever you need. And then I had purchased like 2 beats from him, and then he just sent me shit because he realized that I was like consistently, like, I'm commenting like, oh, I need this beat. And then from there, he just hit me up like, yo, what else you need? I probably got like 10 beats from him, but only 7 on the EP.
Let me tell you something. Just by me hearing you talk like this, I like that because you know what they say. If somebody's interested in something, they're gonna do what they need to do.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
By you even driving over here, they tell me that this is what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's big to me. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to ask questions and put themselves in position over things that they're interested in.
Right.
The number one thing I look at is when I see people doing something that they tell me to do something. Let's say you're a painter, but then I look at your social network and you fishing,
right?
Or you, in other words, your social media doesn't reflect what you do. That was the first thing I looked at, and your Instagram reflects what you do. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? So you look at my stuff and reflect what I do. Podcasts, they go hand in hand. Right. So it's about the work. It's about the journey is hard work. It's very, very hard work. But don't quit. Don't ever quit. Keep driving. I can't. Keep pushing. Because it can happen for you. You know what I mean? So, like I was telling you earlier, and I'll tell Chastity because I also do artist development. I meet so many people that can rap. I meet so many people that can write music, but they know A, but they don't know B, C, D, E, F, G.
Right.
So then that's when I come in, okay, we'll do this, do that, do this, do that, try this, try that. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm going through your platform, I noticed how you had the visuals on there. That was dope, you know what I'm saying?
And I did those myself.
You know what I'm saying? And you did it yourself?
I just did, you know, dope. I did.
You know what I'm saying? So what's some of the inspiration behind some of those visuals I saw on your Instagram? I saw you one in the background. No. You like in the backyard somewhere, and it was 2 of you.
Yeah.
And you had like a caption saying something like that.
Oh, it was just saying like, that was a lyric from like the song, just saying that you know, I asked for a seat, but you know, there was no chair at the table for me. So it's like I just had to give myself that seat. So basically, the picture is just showing that, like, cause I always tell people it's a joke, but I be dead ass serious, low key. I always tell people like I identify as divine because I feel like I'm an entity, and entities are multifaceted. So for me, I could be any given person at any given person, and that might sound crazy, but it's legit. Like we're all multifaceted. In general, some of us just succumb to just one identity. But I'm getting to the point where I'm accepting that all of who I am. So in that picture was me just saying that this is divine, but that's like Edisha, and she got my back, and this time she's actually bringing me a seat. And she's gonna give me the opportunity to do what she's always wanted to do.
Right. So forget what everybody else talking about in this, in this physical world. I know where I'm headed.
Right.
You know what metaphysics are?
You said metaphysics?
You know what it is?
It sounds familiar, but you know what? My dad used to talk to me about all that fifth dimensional shit.
You need to get into that. Cause
metaphysics? Metaphysics, yes. I'm familiar with it.
I'm tapping on.
I thought you said metaphysics. So I was like,
metaphysics.
It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know.
Right, because I know about all that type of stuff. I study all that type of stuff, man. So I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Let's see. Your live show. When the first time? How was the experience when you ever? Have you ever done a live show?
I have, and I consider the first live show I did is when I did in December last year. But I used to do open mics all the time.
Yeah.
Like anytime somebody it's an open mic, I'm there because I.
You remember the first time you went up on the mic?
The very first time I ever did an open mic.
With I'm asking, were you scared? Were you nervous?
Honestly, I'm always anxious. Mm-hmm. I'm always because I suffer from anxiety. Mm-hmm. You know, but I'm learning to separate myself from that. That you know, I sometimes suffer from anxiety, but I'm not anxiety. So I can separate myself from that, mm-hmm. and I'm learning that. So I'm always a little anxious,
right?
But one thing I do now is identify with the shit that I suffer from is a whole different person. So I be like, look, bitch, you're not about to come fucking with me today. Mm-hmm. We got work to
get it done. We got work to do.
Exactly. So I'm gonna put you in a fucking box.
Right.
You going in timeout right now.
Right.
Because I have work to do, right. And then we can chill later.
Gotcha. What is your stance on hip hop today? Just hip hop as a whole.
As a whole.
The culture, everything.
Honestly, today I think hip hop has become like a fucking circus. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's totally dead yet. Mm-hmm. I think there's still hope. Mm-hmm. It's funny because I think part of the hope there is because of politics right now. Mm-hmm. But I think hip hop is like a fucking circus right now. Right. I think it's losing its integrity, and I think it's just become who can gain the most clout off of just being a fucking clown. So that's why I kind of stand on it. But part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing because I don't think it's dead. Yeah, I don't think we've.
How did you change hip hop?
How can I?
Booyah! Shit.